Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Dollar days for silver. Silver, dollar days. $100 days for gold. Look at this. Which keeps the gold-silver ratio at ridiculous numbers. Do I have that here? Hang on a second. Always love that gold-silver ratio. Gold-silver ratio. There it is. Look at that. 99.853. They don't like 100, I guess. Can they put it to 2,000? Absolutely. They can click a mouse and put it wherever the hell they want. Everybody is learning out the scam. The scam that is our computer-controlled electronic markets. Futures and options, swaptions, derivatives, crazy derivatives, mortgage-backed securities. You name it, it's all a fraud. Everything that we built our sound financial system on is a fraud. Trump is showing the world just what a fraud it is. And that's where we are. Do I feel scared? No, I don't. I'm really curious as to what the final straw will be. What will the pin that pricks the bubble, the everything bubble, the global everything bubble, and takes down the derivative market, destroying every single asset out there on the electronic debt side. If you can't hold it in your own possession, you won't own it after the next probably 6 months. It's all happening right now. As Ruta said many years ago, print the money to infinity, which we've seen. Elon Musk came out and announced 14 computers that literally print money out of thin air. And I was listening today, and we had a lovely little announcement. Listen to this.
And then the president on Thursday told us that there was an incredible discovery that the DOGE team had made. He called it horrible and incredible. Can you reveal that yet? Give us details on what it was about?
There has been a discovery. I hate to leave you hanging on a cliff, but I don't want to get ahead of the president on that. But I can confirm there has been a discovery. It's just not quite yet ready for release.
That is the Infinity Money computer. They have been printing quadrillions of dollars. There is no limit on the amount of money that can be created with a computer. The difference between $100 billion and $1 trillion is one little tiny O. One little tiny zero at the end of it. 100 billion and a trillion. And how hard is it to create that? That's how important it is to have money that's difficult to create out of thin air. And this has been abused for so long. And so many people don't understand what's about to happen. They're just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Oh, I'm going to buy the dip. I'm going to buy the dip of cryptos. I'm going to buy the dip of the stock market. I'm going to buy the dip. Cryptos are for after this situation. Nothing's going to survive this. You won't know the price of silver. You won't know the price of stocks or oil or anything. You won't know the price because the entire system would shut down. Will it be this massive announcement that Trump is going to make? Incredible announcement, but horrifying, but it's good. Infinity money, bravo. That's what Ruta wrote in the sand long ago. Anyway, back to silver. As you can tell right here, they're playing with talk about making it obvious. They're playing with the moving averages. It almost went over the 200-day moving average and it held back, which tells me they're probably going to try to slam it down again. Remember, this happened. This slam down right here happened right after the Tuesday close. Wait, sorry about that. Right here. Let me show you a 5-day chart. If it's working. Oh, it doesn't have the moving averages. Oh, this thing ain't working. Leave the page. Let's talk about silver future open interest. Look at these days. I mean, this day right here is 880 million ounces. 880 million, more than with mined in a year, is trading on this crazy electronic thing called the COMEX, Futures and Options Exchange. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. It's a sick joke that the criminals that rigged the silver and gold markets have been playing on the world for so long. Silver could easily destroy the banking cabal. Take out every single one of them with a blink of an eye. Easy. Buffett, Warren Buffett could buy up every ounce of silver on the planet and end the game. Kind of like he almost did back in 1999. But then the government came in and stopped him. This time the government's on his side. I think this is exactly what Trump wants to do. He wants to destroy the system like all the good guys want to destroy the system. Why destroy the system? Because the big problem is not all the assets we have. The big problem is debt. Debt around the world, sovereign debt, individual debt, corporate debt. There's debt, city debt, state debt. Your schools are in debt. Your students are in debt. Everybody's in ridiculous debt. And that debt came from these crazy computers that create money out of thin air. That's a license. It's a banking license for the big criminals. A license to print money is what it is. JP Morgan gets $1 million deposited. They lend out $9 million. Where did those $9 million come from? Thin air. That's how money's created in the United States of America and all around the world. That's what's ending. The con is over. I'm so surprised. People are so stupid. I hate to tell you. I mean, Elon Musk comes out and says there's 14 computers printing infinity money, and nobody seems to care. Oh, okay. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But hey, live and learn, right? Live and learn. One thing I do want to point out is they took away, this would be 5, 10, 50, about 80-something million ounces. 85 million ounces around there of open interest yesterday with that big 850 million ounce day. It's just banks trading back and forth with each other, but it's a big chunk. It was over 100 million, which is over 500 million ounces of silver for the May contract. And we're a long way from May for them to be panicking. But we are seeing that there are a lot more deliveries of April silver than we thought. Thought it was going to be about 20 million ounces. Looks now going to be at least 25, maybe 30 million ounces. And then I would expect 50 to 100 million ounces next month if the markets stay intact by then. It is crazy. And you look at the EFPs are starting to go crazy. Exchange for physical. This is where they take their COMEX contract, send it over to London, England to be delivered. Look at this. They've already got, let's see, how many did we get today? That's 6 million. So 6 million plus the 50 million, 56 million ounces of silver have already in this month. It's only the 9th. So we got, 3 times as much month left. Which would be 150. Yeah, about 150 million ounces of silver, which is a huge month if it keeps going at this pace. Going over to London for delivery because they probably don't have it on the COMEX. Anyway, that's the fight that's going on. Again, Trump's going to announce something. I don't know what it is. I would expect it to be probably, hey, we found 100 more computers, 1,000 more computers, 1 million more computers. What does that matter? At some point, all you need is one. If you're creating money out of thin air, how many computers do you really need? The difference between $100 billion and $1 trillion on a computer is one little zero. You just need one computer. And nobody questions where it goes or why. That's the U.S. government. It's so insane. Why are we paying taxes? Why? I know a lot of people have stopped. Very interesting. Joe Rogan, Dave Portnoy, and Ben Shapiro are among Trump backers now questioning tariffs. Don't question the tariffs. We know exactly what Trump is going to do. He's trying to destroy the system. Now he took off some tariffs for some people and he put them like China on the big one. China's the big one. China's the last there's 3 countries that agreed to be the bad guy. First, it was Trump in the USA. Second, it was Putin in Russia. And third is Xi in China. This is a planned destruction of the banking cabal. And this is the last leg. They're going to go into Taiwan. Going to be freaking who knows what's going on with computers and everything out of Taiwan. Get your Theta fuel today. Theta Fuel invented a software to share all the computer components. Share the hard drive in a decentralized iCloud type of thing. Decentralized cloud storage. And that's coming on in June. I do expect Theta to 10-fold, 20-fold, 50-fold this year. Only because it went down so much. It's at 3 cents. I mean, Theta Fuel will 50-fold. Don't laugh. It was 40x not too long ago. This will be a 50x, 60x. I don't know how high it will go. When the rest of the world figures out what's really going on behind the scenes, and Samsung and Sony and Microsoft come out and say, holy shit, we can't get the infrastructure hardware that we need, but we're fine. We've got this partner we've been partners with for a long time, but we haven't said a word about it. It's Theta. And we're going to download it on everybody's phone, everybody's smart car. Elon's going to download it in every smart car out there. And we're all going to share extra resources for a while until the China thing gets figured out. What if that comes true and you sat on the sidelines and didn't get your Theta fuel? Theta's great. Theta fuel's better, especially if you have a booster node. Just saying. All right. Trump policy pivots, sparks panic buying in everything except 2-year treasuries. This is, they can say what they want about what caused the stock market to go up, down, or sideways. It's all a lie. It's just a click of the mouse at the Exchange Stabilization Fund. The basement of the U.S. Treasury has a trading floor. They click a mouse, they can make the stock market dance. They can make the price of anything dance. Anything and everything. It's all rigged, 100%. There are no free markets, and there haven't been for a very long time. I mean, really, since the advent of these computer programs by Alan Greenspan in the early 1970s. Yes, the same Alan Greenspan that nobody seems to know he's a computer expert. It's just shocking to me. But hey, people don't like to do their research, I guess. Anyway, Trump came out and he didn't like the stock market going down, so he gave people a reason, and then he told the Bassett down in the basement of the Treasury to click that mouse a bunch to make the stock market go up. So that's what happened. That's where we are right now. China did the same thing, by the way. China's flooding their markets with cash. They don't care. What do they care? Everybody is. The U.S. just isn't telling people about it. Now Elon's telling people. If you haven't seen it yet, Elon's site, it's pretty cool. Like, you can see some of the crap that they're pulling. Like right here, the Office of Refugee Resettlement. What refugees and who are the refugees and why are we resettling them and spending $3 billion on resettling them? Office of Refugee Resettlement Influx Care Facility. One facility for up to 3,000 unoccupied alien children. UACs now. Wow. I wonder if it's like alien or just like someone from another country. The contract provided facilities and full wraparound child care. That's scary, knowing these people. That's probably a gift to Hillary and friends. USAID, unavailable for legal reasons. USAID is the biggest con ever. Very interesting times. T-Fuel I think is going to go absolutely ballistic, but it doesn't even have to. Look at the high for like the last year. The high is 11 cents. So that's 300% gain just to get to the high of this year. And then overall, I think it was 60. I think it's going to go over $1 with the release of the decentralized cloud in June. I think Theta Fuel is going to go over $1 from 33 cents, from 3.3 cents right now. So yeah, that's a get rich quick. Not quick. I don't know how long it'll take, truthfully. Nobody does. But it was already up at 60 cents. And it's so much better. Theta is so much better than it was way back in 2001 when it hit. Theta hit $15. T-Fuel hit 60 cents. I think T-Fuel is going to be the belle of the ball going forward. Unless we have a Veritasium issue where the U.S. government comes to Reggie Middleton and says, oh my God, everything's stopped. We need you. We'll give you all your tokens back if you help us. That was in Cliff's data. We'll see what happens. We're currently giving away Veritasium, by the way. We're giving away one Veritasium token with every private order subscription. And we love giving away Veri because it's very hard to get. And it's like a lottery ticket. If Cliff's data comes true and the U.S. actually recognizes that Reggie did invent DeFi and should be compensated for it, I think a lot of the cryptos will kind of shimmy and shake in their boots. People keep asking me about Theta. Does it cover Theta? Parts of Theta, probably, like the NFTs type of stuff and other stuff. But don't forget, Theta's got a lot of patents too. So, and Theta would be the one paying on the patents. Theta Labs, not the token holder. Theta Labs is the one making the profit, theoretically, some of the profit, most of the profit, when it comes to Theta. So, yeah, they're going to make money on their patents, and they're going to have to spend money on patents that they overlap. I don't know what part of Theta would overlap, but probably anything related to payments, decentralized payments, which is pretty much everything in crypto. XRP is a clear violation, so that'll be interesting how that works out. But, yeah, that's what I got for you today. Big day tomorrow. I'm talking to Jenny. We've been, like, passing notes back and forth on all the things going on behind the scenes. It's crazy right now. And we're going to dive into that tomorrow on the private road at roadtoroota.com. Tune in tomorrow morning or afternoon and join the private road today. And we're going to send you one Veri token. Load it on a paper wallet, mail to your front door. You didn't have to know how to deal with cryptos. It's the best. This is Bix. I'll talk to you later.